I'm here with my boy Frank. Just witnessed another Arsenal win, 2-1 at home against a plucky Wolves team, I think it's fair to say. But I don't know. The first half, we looked very convincing, especially early in the first half. We looked like we were going to run away with it. In the second half, not so good. And in fact, it could be argued that we were holding on a little bit towards the end. So it was somewhat of a bit of a strange game.
It was a strange game, but can you smell that? Still smells of victory around here.
It does.
Still
it does.
smells of
just
victory.
about.
Listen, I've said it.
Just about.
I've said it before. I will say it again. I really don't care how we play, as long as we get the 3 points. And ultimately, at the end of the day, that is all that matters. We've got the 3 points today, sitting comfortably at the top of the league, 4 points clear, and I can't complain. Yes, obviously, the performance for me, first half, I didn't have any issues at all. It's that second half where we started to get a little bit more shaky. There was a lot more mistakes that were happening in the game, especially with Zinchenko. But ultimately, this is the sign of champions, Laurie. You know, when we're not playing at our best, we still scrape through and we get the 3 points.
Yep, no, you are right in saying that. I mean, it's interesting because I noted at the start of the second half that Gary O'Neill actually sent the Wolves players out a little bit early.
Yeah.
And I thought, when I saw that, I thought they're going to have a go because, let's face it, in the first half, they could have been down more than 2. In fact, I think I said on the watch-along something like Gary O'Neill would have taken 2-0 at half-time because there's still a chance that they could come back into it in the second half. So, to be fair, they, as I said before, they were plucky. They gave it a go. Were you a little disappointed that we didn't kick on, though, in the second half? We got the win, but are you not? I mean, myself and Gunnar Lee was saying that the second half was a bit flat. It was a bit boring. It wasn't very inspiring. What's your thought?
I am, yes, and it comes down to it's something we see a lot. We saw it especially on Wednesday. You know, we get a lead and we get comfortable. We take our foot off the pedal. We really need to snap out of that. Obviously, I know on Wednesday we were 5-0 up at half time, and understandably they started to take their foot off the pedal. But surely everyone wanted, if we can score 5 goals in one half, we can score 5 in the other. Surely, I wanted 10 on Wednesday. So when we look at this game, obviously got the 2-0 advantage, and you could see almost from the point of scoring that second goal, it was a little, the tempo started to decrease. And obviously you've said it yourself, 2-0 was a very dangerous scoreline because at that point, it can be a dangerous scoreline. Obviously in this case today, it's still beneficial.
Well, we actually lost the second half 1-0.
We lost the second half, but ultimately, it's about the full game, Laura.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm not meaning to be critical, but nevertheless, you could not help but notice the performance level kind of dipped a little bit, which is disappointing. Yeah. But as you said, quite rightly, we got the win in the end. I just want to ask you, standout performance today, in your view?
I don't think anyone said it so far, but I thought Martin Odegaard was unbelievable today.
He
created all the big chances that we had. He got the assist for the... No, he didn't get the assist. No, he got the goal, sorry. And I don't think he put a foot wrong. I think people have been fairly critical of Martin Odegaard this season. He's not matched the standards that he did last season, in terms of goals and assists. But the goal he took today was fantastic. I think Jesus was another one that's worth a mention. Obviously, he didn't get a goal or assist, but again, another one that contributed to the big chances. And of course, Starboy Saka looks to be back to his best. And we spoke about it in the Starting 11 show as well. He's not shown the same Bukayo Saka that we've seen over the last few seasons, but today he looked sharp. He looked on it. So I think
I think the knock on him has been is that he's not been able to replicate the form that he had last season. But as we said in the Starting 11 show, that he's still posting those numbers.
This is what I'm saying, and that's what's scary about it. And I remember the video that the stream that me and you did, is Bukayo Saka world class? I don't think it's any debate anymore. You need to put him in that category. And the reason I say that is you can't name. I'd be surprised if you can name me 5 wingers in the world but get better than Bukayo Saka at the moment.
That's right.
And if this is the numbers that he's posting when he's not playing at his best, can you imagine when he finally kicks on the numbers that we're looking at here? So it's scary hours.
Yeah. And the good thing about today was not only did he get the goal, but he actually played well throughout as well. I personally, I would have had him as my man of the match, but I wouldn't have too much of an argument if you because I thought Odegaard was very well. Played very well, sorry.
Absolutely.
Tomiyasu looked like he picked up an injury. He also had a good game, by the way. Are you a little bit worried that he might be out for a few weeks?
No, I'm not necessarily.
Do we know anything about the nature of the injury?
So the only thing that I understand from listening to the commentary on the information station was that it's something to do with his calf. But he was able to walk off. He didn't look like he was in too much pain when he was walking off. So maybe it's just a precaution.
Although the game on Tuesday is just around the corner.
This is what I'm saying. So that's why I think it's a precaution. It's 3 days away. I'm imagining they're going to be wanting to start Tomiyasu in that game. And I suppose it's not. If it is, I'm hoping it's only something short term. He didn't look too comfortable when he was walking off. He was able to walk off, no issues at all. If we need to play Ben White on Tuesday, that's absolutely fine. Ben White's more than capable of doing the job, more than adequate. I say replacement. He's probably our first choice right back.
That's
So
right,
we're in a good position when it comes to the fullbacks, especially because we've got so much ability in those positions. So that if maybe Tomiyasu, touch wood, if he is out for a while, we've still got very good quality options in those positions.
Trossard, I spoke to Gunalea. We agree that it perhaps wasn't his best day today. Would you start him on Tuesday against Luton?
Wasn't his best day. That's not to say that they did anything wrong as per se. It was just an average performance. Nothing great, but nothing bad at the same time.
I personally thought he was below par today. I got to say.
Okay,
I mean,
each to their own. We'll have to agree to disagree on this.
Listen, he didn't stink the joint out.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
He didn't stink the joint
this is what
out,
I'm saying.
but
An average.
I don't think he was at
nothing stand out.
Yeah.
In terms of the game on Tuesday, I think we probably need to give Kai Havertz his shot on this one. Obviously, Trossard getting minutes is fantastic. That's probably not the position that I'd put him in as a default. Maybe we look at the option of giving, putting Trossard back out on the left, giving Martinelli a break for that game on Tuesday, because Trossard on the left just works even better for me than in the middle. And then maybe put Kai Havertz in, who probably should have started the game today. Didn't happen. Came on eventually, and obviously I don't think there was enough time for him to do anything.
Yeah, okay. And in closing, how optimistic are you, based on what you're seeing at the moment, that we can actually go on and win the title? And I know it's a long way to go, but I know you've always been very positive about our chances. Are you seeing enough of us at the moment that makes you feel that come next May or whenever it is that we'll be lifting that trophy?
The way I look at our title chances is the same way as what I said about Bukayo Saka at the moment. We're not playing at our best. The football that we were playing last season, we nearly won the title with it, and we haven't seen Arsenal play that style of football so far, and we're still top of the league. So if we kick into that second gear and we can start replicating the way we played last season, I think the main issue that we had is obviously from the beginning of the season, we started to burn out playing the way we played. We haven't started that yet. So if we can kick into that towards the second half of the season, it's definitely something that excites me. And I think eventually we could. I don't want to say we're going to, because, that could come back and bite me. But
no, but listen, if you feel that way,
I rate our chances.
Yourself,
I really do rate our chances, but I don't want to say it's done. So we'll see how it goes.